Hi guys, Happy New Year. I'm really excited today to share with you guys one of my all-time favorite resources. So I get asked the question a lot, how does this food compare to this food, and is this one better than this one? And if you've got the food labels in front of you, it's pretty obvious to compare and contrast and kind of look at and decide which one is the better choice. But usually we don't have both things in front of us, and especially if we're trying to decide which one we want to put on our grocery list. So I love this resource because you can compare those things, and the big thing is that it's a USDA resource, so you can feel comfortable knowing that the food label information is accurate and that you've got the correct information. So we're really excited to share this resource with you guys. I know I use it all the time, and my clients use it a lot. So before I turn it around, I just want to give a little bit of a PSA because I know that somebody out there will take issue with the fact that I am comparing Coca-Cola to orange juice. And as a future registered dietitian, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that you should choose Coca-Cola over orange juice. This is simply just to show you guys how important it is to educate yourself about, exactly what it is that you're putting in your body. And especially if you're trying to manage your weight, liquid calories add up really fast. And so oftentimes nutritionists and dietitians will say, it's better to have the real thing, like an orange, instead of the glass of orange juice. So I just want to put that out there that I definitely, for obvious reasons, think that orange juice is a far superior choice to having a glass of Coca-Cola. I'm not saying you should get rid of orange juice from your diet altogether, or that you should, have Coke with your eggs and toast in the morning. But what I am saying is if you really are trying to watch your weight and your calories, maybe, it's a better choice to have an orange instead of a glass of orange juice, or at least cut down your portion size. And so this is just a fabulous resource for you to be able to do that, to kind of take two things and compare them and see which one is a better choice for you personally. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, let me know, and I'm excited to share this with you guys, and I'll turn it around now. So if you miss any of this information, don't worry about it. I will be sure and include the web address and a little brief overview about this video, and so that especially so you can find this information quickly. But I'm super excited to show you guys this awesome resource from the USDA. And so if you've never looked at the Super Tracker website, it's kind of your personalized nutrition and physical activity and just sort of overall wellness website that's put out by the government. And so the whole website's great, but I especially love the Food-A-Pedia part of the website. And so what this resource does is it allows you to compare two foods and the nutrient information about these foods. So I'm going to show you guys how I use it really quick. So you can see that there's these two empty spots down here. And so there's a search bar, and what you can do is simply go to the search bar and type in. So I already said I'm going to compare Coca-Cola to orange juice. So I'm going to go ahead and I've typed in soft drink, and it's right here at the top, Pepsi and Coke, just in general. And let's look at this little box over here. It just kind of contains the basic food info, and you can choose your amount. So I'm going to do like a small Coca-Cola that would be like a small Coca-Cola from McDonald's. And then what you do is go back up to the search bar and choose the second thing that you want to compare to your first item. So I'm going to type in, let's look for orange juice. And so let's find like a carton of orange juice. This is what you would get from your grocery store, your carton of orange juice, and make sure, so that's the cool part about choosing the amounts. You can make sure that you compare the same amount. So we're looking for 16 ounces. So this is like a 16-ounce bottle of orange juice. So it's pretty easy to quickly see when you compare that you've got a little bit of a higher calorie count with your orange juice. And again, I said it in the first part of the video, but I'm not endorsing Coca-Cola over orange juice. Just want to show you guys how to be educated about what foods you're eating. So you can go and click the nutrient info tab. And what that's going to do is give you a drop down and give you a whole lot more information about these two foods. So, like I said, it's obvious to see when comparing the same amounts that orange juice actually contains a little bit higher calories, a little bit higher carbohydrate, less sugar, and obviously the key here is that Coca-Cola is added sugar and orange juice is not. So that's always a good thing. But still, if you're paying attention to how much sugar you're taking in general, and especially liquid calories because you're trying to manage your weight or just watch those kinds of things, then you're still looking at 41 grams of sugar, which is not a small amount. But you can also see when you scroll down, the minerals, obviously there is a very huge difference. Looking at the calcium, you've got 55 milligrams compared to 10. You're kind of lacking in the Coke. And so, like I said, for obvious reasons, it's a better choice to go for the orange juice. Potassium, which I actually got my mineral cheat sheet here, and potassium is one of those things. It's actually, you can see it's a nutrient concern for most Americans, and it's important for blood pressure regulation, heart function, nervous system function, and all that. And same, calcium is also a nutrient concern for most Americans, definitely important for those bones and those teeth. So obviously, the orange juice is a better choice for the vitamins and minerals and all that stuff. But, if you're trying to watch your calorie intake, those liquid calories, being aware that orange juice does contain quite a bit of calories, quite a bit of sugar. So that's the first thing that I wanted to compare. And then just to show you guys sort of a difference here, let's see. So, so maybe you decide like, okay, well, Coke's not the right choice. You can just come up here and click remove. And so now let's just compare like an orange to orange juice. So oftentimes you hear people say, how about instead of juice, you have the real thing. So we're gonna type it in. So yep, we're looking for just a raw orange here, and let's change our amounts because I feel like, let's look at like 8 ounces. That's about a cup. 1 cup, which is about what people would probably have. And let's look at like a large orange here. So that's pretty good to compare as far as amounts go. And again, got to hit that nutrient info to drop all that information down. But you can see, with the orange, some obvious things that stand out. You've got less calories. The orange is definitely going to fill you up, whereas the orange juice probably won't fill you up quite as much. Little bit less sugar. The obvious to me is that you've got 4 grams of fiber compared to 1, and so that's good. Your calcium's increased a bit, and some of the other vitamins and minerals, you're gonna have a little bit of a difference. But just understanding and comparing foods is really important for nutrition education, and this is an absolutely fabulous resource, the Food-A-Pedia from the USDA. Cannot recommend this enough. It's one of those things, like I said, I get asked the question all the time, how does this compare to this? Well, here you go. As long as you know kind of what to be looking for as far as, some of those main points like calories, obviously your macronutrients with your fats, proteins, and carbs, and then, important things like total sugars, added sugars, fiber, and if you are concerned about making sure you're getting in your vitamins and minerals, you've got that too. So this is an awesome resource, and I hope that you guys find this as helpful as I do, and I'll be sure to include some of this information in my blog post, and I hope you guys have a fabulous new year.